an enthusiastic and energetic leader in empowering and engaging young minds in innovative and collaborative learning practices. The great mentors warmly welcome Ms. Kajal Chadia, founder, Edu Drone, We Connect. Having worked with a plethora of well-known schools, she has been in this profession for the last 15 years and has climbed the ladder of success from being a co-teacher to the principal to the executive director and now also the founder of her social platform. Ms. Chadia has created the e-platform for educators by the name Edu Drone We Connect. Edu Drone has organized various summits, conferences and knowledgeable sessions for students, parents, teachers and principals. Edu Drone team has published 2 books featuring over 170 authors' stories in it. She has received many awards as the best teacher and the best principal. She is the recipient of Torchbearer Award of ATC, Pune, for incorporating inclusive education. She has received the ISA, School Coordinator Award from British Council, Outstanding Community Award 2020, Indian Humanitarian Award 2020 and Philanthropist Award 2021, Shiksha Kranti Award 2021, Global Leadership Excellence Award for Academics and Skill Development 2021.
An enthusiastic and energetic leader in empowering and engaging young minds in innovative and collaborative learning practices. She is founder of Edu Drone, We Connect, and a recipient of many awards. On behalf of the great mentors, me, Sushil Sinha, warmly welcome Kajal Chadia ma'am. Thanks ma'am for giving your valuable time. And most welcome on our platform. Thank you ma'am. First, we would like to know your professional journey, being as a teacher and now as a principal, and you are also a founder member of some of the educational platform.
So first of all, thank you so much, Sushil sir, for inviting me on such a prestigious platform. I've been hearing about this platform, Great Mentors, and I've watched many of thought leaders coming and sharing their success path. So first of all, I am very glad to be on this platform and you made my morning. And coming back to your question, sharing my professional journey from being a teacher and now to a director and the founder of my own company, it really seems like a dream. And I still feel from where I have started. We always say that we should never forget our roots from where we started. Right. So yes, I still remember everything is very clear. I started teaching students. They were associated, I was associated with a very small school. It was run by NGO. I am coming from a very small town, that is Ulhasnagar, Kalyan. So there we used to have a school for deprived children. And I used to teach grade 1. And students who have never seen proper school, and they used to come from a very, you can say very raw, very tender children. And from there, I got that inspiration that yes, I can do this. Yes, I can pursue my professional B.Ed degree. And from there was no looking back. I topped in B.Ed. I'm a university topper, Pune University topper. Great. And then from there, being a co-teacher to teacher, teacher to coordinator, supervisor, acting principal, director. And then in 2020, being an iconic year, where this year was giving a lot of positives, we thought of, we'll show the world what positive means. So Edu Drone We Connect is our positive creation. And through this, we are connecting thousands of thought leaders, and we've created platform for them to share, express, write much more.
Great, ma'am. Great. You covered a really interesting kind of journey, and you never thought of going back. You always look forward. It's a great positive attitude, and that's the reason you are here. And you have started your own startup and all. Even from starting from the very basic, you just said like you have started teaching for class 1 and like that. But It's really your positive confidence. That's the reason you are here right now. Many, many congratulations, and we wish for the further upcomings, many things.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Can you give some light what exactly EduDrone is doing?
Okay. See, when we started EduDrone, we started in the month of August 2020. 9th of August was our first day when we launched, and our presence was there on LinkedIn. It's still there, of course, LinkedIn, Insta, Twitter. We have 6 WhatsApp groups. So we started deliberations on NEP 2020. That was our first session. We were the first one to divide segment wise. That is, we all know NEP was talking about 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So what we did, we divided into 4 sessions. We made a 2-day leadership workshop. We called people to address, because as NEP was very new and everybody were researching what it is all about. So we, level wise, we call the leaders who are associated, catering to that particular age group.
Right.
So that our first endeavor was a mega hit. Great. We experienced, we got 2000 entries. Each session had 500 leaders.
Wow.
So I was like mesmerized. Without doing anything, without investing much, what was required? Only the Zoom room. That's it. And your connections, your networking. Like each leader was so geared up. I felt like I had, in each session, I had 4 principals. Actually, how it multiplied, each leader got 100. So it was house full event. From there, we explored. We always, you always wait for that one particular skill of yours. What are you good at? So in the year 2020, I found my ikigai, what I meant for. So connection, networking. Then from there, every Sunday, 2 hours, we started dedicating to our sessions. And then 2020 Diwali, we launched Making of Blessings of Life in 2020. As you all know, like we always say, we are in 21st century, we are in 21st century. And in 2020, we, actually felt, yes, we are in 21st century. So, we created this subject for everybody. It was like for principals, teachers, professionals, leaders. We told them to write a story, inspirational story, what exactly they have learned in the year 2020. All positive learnings they had to pen down. So we created a subject. You won't believe, in that book, we got 108 inspirational story. And I'll just show you the book.
Wow.
This
great.
is the book. This is, based on 108 stories. It was a Hercules task to compile, edit, proofread, and we got this book. We launched it. And from there was no looking back. We also launched one more book on the Women's Day, Soulful, Blissful, Wonderful 2021, featuring 63 authors' success stories. So in that book, what we did? When we say woman's story, like about the woman, you must be thinking it's only for women. But no, the tagline was, men with character and women of substance.
Wow.
So men had to write about the woman, special woman in their life, and women had to write about their success path. How are they doing it? So there was a mutual admiration concept in that. And we broke the myth. We gave entry, though it was all about women. In the book, we always say, you might have heard, ladies first. But we broke the myth. we gave the entry to men. So it's divided into two segments.
Thank you.
So men of characters, inspirational stories, men of character, and women of substance. So
Wow.
that is the book, Soulful, Blissful, Wonderful. This is one segment. Edudrone is also into online and offline conferences. Recently, we did one event with our partners, Education 5.0.
Okay.
And we hosted 50 leaders, deliberating discussions about innovate to educate. We spoke about NEP, we spoke about new inventions, we spoke about how schools are going to run. So it was a one-day event. It was beautiful. Edudrone is now coming up with another leadership conference based on new evaluation pattern. As we know that this year, we are having new evaluation pattern for grade 10th and 12th board students. So on 18th of November, again, we are coming up. It's happening in Pune. We have invited 50 educators and we will be deliberating discussions. So our motive at Edudrone, we always try to bring in first-hand information. And in that event, which is upcoming event, it's on 18th of November, we are going to reveal lot many information about new education policy, about new evaluation pattern, and we'll be the first one to talk about it, which will happen on 18th November. So it's like, when the movie comes out, we're not allowed to reveal so much, but I've given you a trailer.
Thank you. In fact, 10 days back, we had conducted a panel discussion on this. Many of, I think 5 or 6 principals from Mumbai, they were attending this.
Okay.
And they have given a lot of insights on that part. Just we conducted last session, I think that was 10 days back. Because from 1st December, exams are going to be started for class 10th and 12th. So to give them proper information to the parents, to the students, even they have given very minute points in very detailed form.
Yes.
So that session was really good, what we had conducted on that day. But it's a great initiative. Keep doing all this.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. You focus on experiencing joy of publishing anthology. Can you elaborate on this part? How this is your favorite topic and all?
Yeah. So, when we started, as I told you, when I started with my first project, that is this book, Blessings of Life in 2020. Initially, it was very overwhelming to make people write. In this book, there are, few principals who were already authors, but there are many who were non-authors, who have never written a story, who had never tried writing in a book. And that to connect them on a same pitch, on the same subject, because I have to weave the story in a way that it should look like that it is the part of the book. So writing is one. Writing makes you, it purifies your soul. What, I experienced. But when you make people to write on the subject, it is, you can say, you might have heard about, Sona bath and all. You might have heard about this. It is like soul bath.
Okay.
Actually, I experienced a pure joy when you make people write, and when you read their stories, you feel like connecting with their souls. So it was a very, very purifying and rejuvenating journey. And then, I got a tag of author, curator, anthologer. So it was as if I've done a degree, a doctorate degree, as if I've got, like, people, always try hard to get that doctor. I got that author. So it's as precious as my PhD, which again, my dream is I'm sharing on your platform that yes, I will be, doing my PhD. I will complete, and I'll get that doctor degree as well. But Now I'm rejoicing authorship, which I have received through my 2 books, and my 3rd book is in the making. In that, we have 33 authors. It's a very, very exclusive project. The name of the book is We Are Leaders. And the tagline is expressions and experiences. Great. So in that, how we are doing, we've given 5 pages to each co-author, and they have to describe their leadership style in 1,000 words, sharing 5 colorful pictures, talking about their leadership style, how are they doing it, how are they leading, how are they preparing next set of leaders, and tagging, giving recognition. See, leaders is all about making next set of leaders, preparing them for life. So in that, we have told them to tag your team, and through this we are creating a community, we are creating readers. Great. And we also have unconditional aspect in that. People, those who want to associate with us, we have given small space of 50 to 100 words quote, which anybody can write. Like, what is leadership? If I have to quote to you, what is leadership as per you? Can you describe it in your own words? Write it into 50 to 100 words. Like when we search for leadership quotes, APJ Abdul Kalam, you might have seen, we Google it. So our intention is, for example, if Mr. Sushil has to write what is a leadership, so Sushil's quote along with the name, designation, company, and a photo will get published in the book. Great. This is what our intention is. I will also try for that. Yes, please. Although my writing part is very bad, I always take help from others. But no, see, sorry to interrupt you. As you said, no, that I am not so good in writing. So this book, if you will read, that's what we are looking at. What I am talking right now, we want it that way only. Great. We don't want fancy. We want colloquial English. Okay. So that we connect with people. I have to come to Pune. I will collect. No barrier, by the way. Yeah. Yes, you were saying something. I have to come Pune in some days for some of the work. I will collect it from you. 1 copy. Certainly. And you are really doing your PhD not in theory. Actually, you are doing in practical way. That is more important. And that is going to be relevant. Yes. Ma'am, another thing, you also focus on evaluation. What kind of evaluation you are talking about? See, evaluation now, when the word itself has a terror. Like evaluate, like when we learn, we try to evaluate, isn't it? Like how much we have learned. So it's all about reflection. Evaluation, we do it so that we understand how much learner has achieved, isn't it? So it can be achieved through pure reflection. Now, if you will say, if I have to narrate my 2 years journey, what all I have done, if people wants to evaluate me, like whether I have done it or not, we have to show them some evidences, some proofs, isn't it? And we have to go through some written examination and we get the result, isn't it? Yes, yes. So, but for me, this is something which will always stay with me. This will become a lifelong evidence that yes, this is done by us, and this will become a pure result of based on the evaluation which we have gone through. We always say, no, why we do evaluation? We do evaluation. It's so important because when the term examination, evaluation comes, we try to gear up, we try to be future ready. So for me, evaluation is to be future ready. For me, evaluation is pure reflection. Great.
So this is all about meaning of evaluation in your sense.
Yes.
Hopefully, others will also understand the practical meaning of evaluation.
Yes.
Because this meaning you have not concluded from dictionary, rather from your practical experiences.
Yes.
Another, ma'am, there is another thing, what you focus, that is different learning styles. What exactly this is?
Yes. I've conducted many workshops understanding different learning styles. It's so important for a teacher and even for a student to understand, how do I learn? I'll take you to your childhood days.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to recall, just try to remember how you would best retain answers. We always say no that मैंने पढ़ा था पर मैं भूल गई.
Right.
अभी अभी याद था पर याद नहीं आ रहा है.
Mm-hmm.
These are the common sentences we always get from our children. So once the child remembers, once the child gets to know, मैं कैसे पढ़ूंगा तो मुझे वो याद रहेगा. It's all about that. Now I'll give you a few examples. Some children, they learn best when they listen to music. And we always tell them, why are you listening to music? Stop music and start learning or writing, whatever. But we always forget that is his style. That is auditory. That way. Some children, they are very hyper. They move around. They run, they jump, they dance. And this is how hands-on. They want hands-on. So they are kinesthetic learners. And that's how they will learn best, when they do, when their hands are involved. That comes from the science labs, computer labs. So when their hands, legs are involved in doing something, so they are kinesthetic learners. Some children, even the movie is on, book is in their hand, but still they study. How? So they are like visuals. They are visual learners. So this is how we can, understand. This reminds me of VAK, V-A-K. That is visual, audio, and kinesthetic. 3 types of learnings. And recently, we've added R. So it becomes VAKAR. So R stands for reading. When I read, I remember. And then there are combinations. It can be visual and audio. It can be K and R, that means kinesthetic and reading. It can be V and K. It can be A and R. So there are combination of 2, 3, 4 that way. So now I will correlate this fact with the teachers who are conducting the lessons in their classrooms. See if they know. And this is what we always try to give individualized learning practices, experiences. If I know my child will learn best when I show visuals, when I show it through presentations, through video. So problem is solved. Teacher has achieved. Ultimate goal of education is what? Retaining. Whether my child has understood the concept or not. So we, as educators, we must always strive hard to give them different experiences through VAKAR learning system. NEP is also talking about different learning styles. Right. So educators of today must be ready to cater to Generation Z.
You have done a lot of practical research on these points, and whatever points you talked about, these are really relevant. Each child is unique in its behavior. And the biggest problem with us is we start comparing the children with another. While learning of individual child, that may be different. It depends on their individual learning capacity, body chemical, all about. What's nowadays things are going on. there are some research are going on body algorithm, because emotions of human all depends on what kind of body algorithm we have. Nature has set for me. I don't I cannot set my body algorithm. That's nature has set. So what kind of body algorithm nature has set for us, that's all depend on that. And you have really done in a great way by observation.
Yes.
Another thing, ma'am, you talk about nurturing 21st century skills. You talked
See,
about yes.
Yeah, as you asked, nurturing 21st century skills. As I just said, like we must be future ready. We must be, ready to cater to 21st century students. So for that, we also need to gear up. We also need to learn new techniques. And nurturing 21st century skills is all about what we need. First is communication. If we aren't able to communicate, we won't be able to transform. I'm not talking about teaching at all in this. I'm talking about transformation. So when I teach, am I able to transform? Am I able to transfer the communication skills, what I have, at least that much which my child is able to describe, which is very important in today's world.
Right.
Then citizenship, knowing about the rights and responsibilities, knowing about what I should be doing at different point of time, understanding different occasions. And then creativity. Creativity is something which can be used. We always say creativity means art. I can only use creativity in art while drawing. No, I can use creativity in almost every subject. Give them that free flow, give them that free, freedom to express and learn the way they want to learn. And see, and it's all about learning from each other. You never know what my child can teach me. They are much more advanced than us. So creativity and innovation, we must, you can say, embrace. And there is no right or wrong when child is answering. We can always tell them, okay, let's do it this way, or let's do it that way, or let's do it in his or her way. So give them those little joys. And then coming to design thinking. Design thinking is something, when I make something, supposing I want to teach a particular concept, but I want to break the myth. I don't want to go with the regular routine of direct method. I want to do something different. I want to take them over a virtual tour, or through a journey method. There are so many methods which can be explored. And I can even use flip learning. I can ask my children to research and come back and let's learn together. So this is what we have to embrace in our students through design thinking, giving them, various projects based on design thinking. So this is what I am looking at: communication, creativity, innovation, citizenship, and then not forgetting IT skills. Sharing experiences. If I have learned something new, I share. If they have experienced, like there are so many applications. Now these days in my Zoom room, I can add a live creature, moving elephant. So there are Arlupa and also there are so many apps, Cohort and quiz players. So I can explore and I can even learn from my students. So IT ready is what we should look at in our students. And even giving them hands-on into STEAM education as well. When I talk about STEAM education, everybody only think of robotics and coding. Why we are restricting to robotics and coding? We can even look at STEAM education. Our kitchen is our open lab. Entire physics, chemistry, biology can be taught using our kitchen. Garden is another one. Physics can be taught using garden. So whatever is available with us, with few resources, we can do so much. Sometimes we tend to forget these small little things which are around us. So let's be, awake. I always say awake, alert, enthusiastic. So this is my mantra when I go into the class.
Great, ma'am. Your experience is really very different, and your vision and thought process is really great. You have explored yourself. Wherever you worked or whatever you were thinking about, and whatever the points you were talking about, you have explored yourself. You have not done. You have not gone in a traditional way. Okay, पहले से ऐसा चल रहा था, and I am also going to follow that way. It's really great. Thanks for that, and keep doing. That may going to benefit others.
Certainly.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for all these points. Please give some your tips for the teachers, students, and parents, which is definitely going to be helpful for them.
See, I always call them as success mantras. One is, this is for everybody, may it be a teacher, may it be a student, or may it be a leader also. I have always followed. It's very important to have set of leaders, set of people whom you look up to. We always say, let's not imitate, but no, you must imitate, and imitate like the people you wish to be. If I say Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, or if I say all my ex-leaders, my ex-bosses who have given their time, effort to train, and many a times we always tend to be like them. So very important for us to make our surroundings, being very, very cautious and being very, very vigilant of our surroundings, of our friends. This is especially for students. Be careful when you choose your friends. Or rather, you become the best and pass that to your friends. It's as company, so the color. It really works. I'm telling you. And wherever you are now, this is for teachers. Wherever you are working, have a positive surrounding and do not enter into negative gossiping, talking about past. Focus on present. When you focus on present, your future is all set. So just forget what has happened and do not waste much time if something wrong happened to you. And I'm speaking this with all my experience. As I told you in the beginning, I have climbed the ladder of success quite early. So I have seen a lot in a very young age. I'll share one comment which everybody will resonate. Teachers who will listen to me, principals who will listen to me when they were teacher. बोलते हैं ना, principal भी कभी teacher थी. That way. In a school, when there is a teacher who is very energetic, who is very enthusiastic, so the other colleagues, what they'll say, tu chup बैठ, तू करती है ना इसीलिए हमको करना पड़ता है. So they always say no, that stop doing all this creative stuff. You are doing, that's why we also have to do. So never ever focus on these. Treat them as critiques. Follow your critiques and learn to, digest criticisms. Very important. Learn to take criticism in a positive way. So coming back, have leaders, follow them, imitate them, have good, generate good habits, and your habits will decide your future.
Great points.
That's
great inputs are there. And your energy level, that it itself reflects how you have worked and how you have done. And this is the reason you have created so many things. And right now you are doing. It's really a great job. thank a lot for
Thank you
giving
so
your
much.
thank a lot for giving your valuable time and being with us. And hopefully we will involve in many of the things in coming time.